Why does the most helpful person in an Indian family suddenly cut ties completely? You know this person who never says no to any relative's demand. They solve everyone's problems while silently carrying their own heavy burdens. Then, one ordinary day, they walk away and never look back. This sudden coldness isn't cruelty, but a desperate survival instinct.
In our society, the weight of khandan and family honor is immense. We are taught from childhood to put family expectations above our needs. To keep the peace, you swallow your anger and smile at gatherings. But suppressing your true voice for years comes with a massive cost. What happens when the quietest person simply cannot carry the weight anymore? Why do we choose painful silence instead of having an honest argument? Because we believe that enduring discomfort is our duty to the family. We stay quiet to protect relationships, hoping others will notice our sacrifice. This silence is actually a slow-burning emotional debt we pay daily. Unfortunately, others rarely see the silent struggle behind our polite smiles. When you always say yes, people assume your kindness has no limit. They take your favors for granted and stop asking if you're okay. To them, you are an endless source of support and free labor. But even the strongest pillars hold up under a finite amount of weight. A hidden psychological mechanism is already ticking toward its absolute limit. Psychologists call this internal storage space the psychological reservoir. Think of it as a massive stone dam built inside your mind. Every ignored boundary and forced compromise adds water to this reservoir. On the outside, the concrete structure looks perfectly calm and solid. But deep beneath the surface, the water pressure is rising dangerously. Many people expect a massive, dramatic fight when boundaries break. But the truest sign of this disconnection is complete indifference. You no longer feel the urge to argue, explain, or complain. The person who mattered yesterday now feels like a total stranger. This happens because your mind has entered a state of burnout.
의사의 의학적 판단에 의한 질병 치료가 아니라 개인의 피로 회복이나 미용, 체형 교정 목적의 도수 치료는 처음부터 비급여로 분류되어 횟수 제한 없이 본인이 100% 진료비를 다 내야 합니다. 과거에는 대충 어깨 통증, 요통 같은 질병 코드를 넣어서 실비 처리를 하던 편법이 만연했는데 이제는 정부가 도수
Why do these kind people feel absolutely no guilt after walking away? Because they know they gave 100% of their effort first. When you exhaust every possible option, you leave with clean hands. There are no lingering questions or doubts about what you could have done. Yet the people left behind are often completely shocked by this. Relatives often label this sudden boundary as selfish or incredibly cold. They conveniently ignore the hundreds of silent warnings you gave them. They only remember the day you finally decided to say no. But you must realize that your peace of mind is paramount. Your kindness was never meant to be an unlimited, free service. Your emotional energy is a precious, strictly limited resource. Treating it like a free buffet only invites people to exploit you. To break this painful cycle, we need a practical strategy. We must learn to communicate our limits long before we explode. Let us look at the first step to rebuilding healthy boundaries. Then comes a minor request, like asking for a small favor. To an outsider, it seems like a completely harmless, everyday conversation. But to your overfilled reservoir, this is the final, heavy pebble. The concrete cracks, and the entire structure collapses in an instant. This sudden, quiet collapse is what psychologists call boundary-based disconnection. Second, calculate the true opportunity cost of your personal energy. Every hour spent pleasing toxic relatives is stolen from loved ones. Being overly kind to demanding people makes you neglect true friends. Stop treating your precious life like a cheap, chaotic buffet. Instead, elevate your social circle to a fine dining experience.
A fine dining restaurant only admits guests who respect the space. Your emotional access should require the exact same high standard. Only invite those who appreciate and reciprocate your genuine care. But what happens to the quiet space left after you walk away? Many fear this emptiness, but it is actually a vital sanctuary.
Third, do not fear the quiet emptiness after cutting toxic ties. This silence is not loneliness, but a clean, peaceful room. Only when you clear out the clutter can you bring in beauty. This empty space is where your true self finally begins to heal. Your hard boundary is actually a profound testament to your love.
A firm boundary is not a sign of coldness or malice. It is a badge of honor, proving how deeply you once cared. You fought hard for the relationship until there was nothing left. Now, it is time to redirect that beautiful energy inward. Reclaiming your life starts with a single, courageous decision. Reclaiming your life means taking back control of your time. You are no longer obligated to carry everyone else's expectations. That's why the choices you make today carry so much weight. True strength is knowing when to close the door for good. Let us offer ourselves the peace we so richly deserve.
Pour yourself a warm cup of traditional, comforting masala chai. Take a deep breath and thank yourself for enduring so much. You have protected others for years. Now protect your own heart. Being firm is the ultimate act of quiet self-preservation. That quiet boundary still shapes the peace in your room today.